Hi, I'm coming to you from Prague. So the original plan was to meet my friend Sarai, who lives in Denver here in Prague, but then she was traveling on her own in England and fell and really busted her leg and had to go home early. So this Prague trip turned into a solo adventure. So I thought I'd talk about solo women travelers, female solo travelers. If you don't know me, I'm Erica. I live in Valencia, Spain, though I am originally from Minnesota. Prague is beautiful, amazing architecture, La Vie Bohème, the original Bohemia. Yeah, you feel like it's like a Disney World. It's a real city. I'm looking rough today. I can't keep up with the kids anymore and their hostel parties. When I was still back in the US and started telling people I was moving to Spain, I got the same comment over and over. You're going alone? Oh, you're so brave. I could never do that. It made me second guess a little bit my decision. Made me think that maybe it wasn't safe, even though I had moved abroad before. But when I had moved abroad before, it was to meet a host family or because of a job. And this was the first time that I had to navigate everything on my own. I had nobody waiting for me on the other side. It was a little bit scarier. Anyway, I arrived in Spain with these comments ringing in my head. But I quickly found out that, at least in Europe, there are solo female travelers everywhere. And it's awesome. And somehow we can spot each other. Yeah, talking to 4 other solo travelers, so 2 women and 2 men, and we ended up going out to a place called Dog Bar, which is an underground, like, really cool, really strange bar.
Welcome to Erica's vlog.
Oh yeah.
If you're a woman traveling alone, I highly recommend. No, you can't speak because you're in Iraq.
I'm not.
So this
I'm
is
not
a women only. Yeah, just socialize, meet lots of people, have a great time. It isn't unsafe like so many people say.
Get pepper spray. Be careful.
Okay, just in case. Find good people to vibe with, and they'll look after you as well. So.
Trust your gut.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Follow me, go. Rather than my head. I feel the good decisions go for the gut, the bad decisions go for the head. You overthink.
That's
Yo.
So talking to all these female travelers, I always ask them like, hey, before you left, did your family and friends make comments like, you're going alone, it's unsafe, yada yada. Every single one of them got those comments, and all of them that I've talked to have felt pretty safe, like everywhere. It was not a problem, it was not an issue, and they are absolutely loving traveling on their own. I was looking for statistics showing how many solo travelers are women, and I don't know who to believe, but I saw anywhere from 60 to 80% of solo travelers are female. And also, I read that 80% of all travel decisions are made by women. And so whether women are traveling alone or with a partner or with a family, it's often the women deciding where to go, what to do, where to stay. I really don't know if women are more hardwired to seek travel or not. But I've read some things that women actually have always traveled. It just wasn't really the proper thing to do for many a decade, many a century, and so it's not really documented. So maybe what we're seeing now is just that it's acceptable, even admirable. So on this trip I did a walking tour of Prague and met a really nice Mexican girl and a Colombian girl, and we went to lunch after the tour, and we went to the park, went to see what is supposed to be a copy of the Eiffel Tower, and I asked them their thoughts on traveling alone as women. ¿Qué tal tu experiencia viajando sola como mujer?
Como mujer, o sea, porque puedes disfrutar y compartir como desde tu otra perspectiva y compartirlo ahora en redes sociales y compartirlo con tu familia aunque estén lejos y con tus amigos, y está muy padre como tener esos momentos como sola y como esta experiencia como de conocer, estar al otro lado del mundo contigo misma.
Bueno, yo creo que justamente cada vez somos más mujeres las que viajamos solas, las que nos atrevemos como a romper esos paradigmas un poco y decir, bueno, lo podemos hacer. A veces era como una cosa muy de machos, ¿no? De los hombres y todo, y ahora creo que incluso como el mismo turismo se ha abierto ese mercado para las mujeres, ¿no? Incluso en los hostales ves que hay como cuartos que son solo para mujeres, ¿no? Entonces, o hay como incluso agencias de viaje que hacen solo para mujeres, ¿no? Entonces cada vez se abre como más ese mercado, también como para que nos sintamos más seguras, porque lo que decía Daphne es que, por ejemplo, en América Latina, bueno, son culturas muy diferentes, ¿no? Pero en América Latina todavía, desgraciadamente, es muy peligroso para las mujeres y viajar, pues a veces es muy riesgoso. Aquí en Europa es un poco más tranquilo, pero todavía muchas mujeres tenemos miedo de viajar sola, entonces creo que la idea es como quitarnos esos miedos y hacerlo y hacer como esta comunidad y esta sororidad entre las mujeres, de acompañarnos en los viajes, siempre es una buena experiencia.
Y aventarse para que otras quieran hacerlo también.
Sí, exacto.
Es muy bueno.
So when you're out traveling on your own as a woman, you can easily spot other female travelers, and it's like this instant like connection and trust. I think the experience for men is very different, and I don't know what it's like for men, but talking with a few of them, they have to overcome the challenge of trust, that people are not going to instantly trust them. In fact, they're going to suspect them of being dangerous. So it's a lot harder for men to be traveling on their own and just make that instant connection. They have to overcome this suspicion. Of course, they need to worry about their safety too, but not to the degree that women do, not the same kind of safety concerns. If a stranger who is a woman approaches me, I have a much different response than if a stranger who is a man approaches me. If he's a man, I'm thinking, what does he want? What is he up to? Can I trust him? I do not have those thoughts when a woman approaches me. For regular, not wanting to hurt anyone, men, they've got to overcome that. They've got to somehow get people to trust them, and that cannot be easy when you're meeting all these people for the first time. I think they get judged as being creepy real fast for reasons. You talk to any woman in the world and she will tell you several stories of creepy men doing creepy things, and so women have to deal with that, and also normal guys have to prove over and over again that they are not one of the creeps. It's really a shame. And I'm not sure how it is for like a male traveler approaching another male traveler, but hopefully, you know, they can be buddy and go hang out together. But you know, also men are expected to be like lone wolves, you know, like they don't need anybody, they don't need support, they're perfectly fine on their own. I mean, I am just making stuff up now, but from what I've seen anecdotally, I've seen, you know, lots of groups of like big groups of guys traveling together. Not as many big groups of women traveling together. I don't know. I'm just telling you what I've seen. I mean, observing my sisters and my mom traveling with their husbands, they always pack, like my mom packs my dad's bag, and it's just like, can someone pack my bag? Like, such a drag to pack. And I'm like, why don't they pack for themselves? And you know, my mom and sister-in-law are like, they're just bad at it. Like they don't know like what to plan for. And I'm like, I don't know, maybe men are just bad at packing and so they don't travel as much. I'm kidding, maybe it's not a gender thing, but I am saying that I have never met a man who packs for his woman's trip. I have yet to see that. I mean, I have traveled with partners and friends, and every single trip I just get really ornery at the person for I don't even know what. I'm probably just tired. Obviously, that doesn't happen when I'm traveling on my own. I don't have to negotiate anything with anyone. And probably the only thing that proves is that I'm a But seriously, navigating a trip with someone else, they can be support when you need it, but also there can be more tension because you are making all these decisions every day together, and people get tired, things don't work out like you wanted. You know, that stuff can happen when you're on your own, but then you don't have anyone to take it out on. If you're a woman who is thinking about doing her first solo trip, just know that you are not alone and you're gonna have a great time meeting people. And if you are male identifying and thinking about doing the same thing, I say the same thing. Just go out there, be open. You know, don't wait for your friend to be ready or a partner to be ready. If you're ready, you're gonna find lots of people out there traveling on their own, and you do meet so many more people when you're doing it solo. So come on out. I cannot recommend it enough. I mean, I love traveling with people as well. That is a blast also. But there is something about being on your own, and there's just so many more random spontaneous interactions that you have. So that's all from me. Thanks for watching. See you next time.